This just in, we got a beautiful TRD Pro 2024 Toyota Tundra. This is the only one allocated to our dealership at this moment. First impressions myself, I'm super stoked with this truck. Some of the things that pop out first glance, you got these beautiful TRD specific fender flares. You've got our TRD wheels and tires. These are going to be BBS forged. Another cool thing about the tires themselves is they are reinforced sidewalls. So that way, if you are taking this bad boy off-road, it's less likely to get punctured. You've got your LED headlights. You've got the Toyota lettering instead of the Toyota symbol itself on the front. You got your amber DRLs. You got your 360 camera. You got your LED light bar. Another cool thing about the Toyota Safety Sense 2.5 is going to be that full dynamic range adaptive cruise. It's going to have lane tracing, lane departure warning, blind spot monitor, your 360 camera. You're also going to have rear cross traffic warning, so when you're backing up, it'll let you know if someone's coming behind you. You've got TRD specific emblems around the truck. You've got your black side step bars. These are pretty heavy duty, so if you were to catch some dirt or sand, it's not gonna hurt them. You've got some awesome sequential tail lights, so when you turn your blinker on, it'll feed back and forth. Here on the back, you've got your TRD Pro logo as well. And as you come over to the left side, you've got your auto tailgate release, which is a pretty nice feature. Now, unfortunately, you do have to lift it up yourself. It's gotta put a little bit of back into it. Another cool feature is you got your side step. It just pops down like that. It's pretty easy to kick it back up. This one's gonna come with the Toyota bed cover, so people can't see your personal belongings inside of the truck when you've got it parked. It does lock as well. So when you're looking up here, you see that you've got the cameras. So you've got your digital rear view mirror, which is a pretty cool feature. So I've got 3 kids myself. They're 11, 8, and 2. I could definitely fit all 3 of my kids here. I don't think you could fit 3 car seats, but you could definitely do 2 car seats and another person in the middle. I'm 6'4", and I fit very comfortably in the back. Another thing that stands out to me is you got the black camo kind of styling on the leather here. You got your red stitching. You do have your pull down. It's for your cup holder or your armrest. Now when you're in the back, you definitely want to have some air. So you do have your air vents in the back here. You've got your cup holders. You can place a phone there if you wanted to. You've got 2 USB fast chargers here. You've got an outlet. So one of my kids' favorite features is going to be that panorama sunroof. It does open up pretty far. So, as you're driving down the road, hopefully they're not sticking their arms and legs out the window while you're driving. But, July 4th, you're watching some fireworks, standing up. I mean, you just imagine the fun times that you can have with your kids in this truck. So I personally never driven a Tundra, TRD Pro, or any Tundra myself. I just recently moved here from Texas. I've been here for about 3 or 4 months. I've sold a couple different brands, never Toyota. So I'm really excited to give my first impression drive of a TRD Pro Tundra out on the street. So let's go. So first impressions, the seat is extremely comfortable. You got a lot of lumbar bolster support. I got a bad lower back, so being able to push out the lumbar definitely helps me quite a bit. I'm digging the fully digital display in front of me, and then when I change my drive mode, the digital display will change as well, which is a pretty cool feature. You've got your leather wrapped steering wheel with your kind of red indicator so you know if your steering wheel is straight or not. I think that's a really neat small little feature. TRD emblem on the bottom of the steering wheel. Now with the Toyota Safety Sense 2.5, you can control your adaptive cruise. You can change the distance in your following, lane tracing. You got all your volume controls, click to call. So everything's kind of right at your fingertips, which is really nice. That way you're not really distracted while you're driving. Toyota's killing it with these screens. It's absolutely massive and it's very responsive. I do have my favorite XM radio station. Usually with most of my cars that I sell, if it's a new one and it comes with XM for a couple months, I'll put it on Sirius XM Chill, which is channel 55 for anybody who's wondering. You've got your heated seats, ventilated seats. You've got your locking rear differential. You've got your trailer brake gain, digital parking brake, which is pretty nice. I'm not really a fan of having to push with my foot. Wireless phone charger. You can change your drive from 2 high, 4 high, 4 low, and then you have the opportunity to put it in tow or haul mode, and then crawl control, which is pretty awesome too, being a TRD Pro. As we look up here, we've got our digital rearview mirror, and then you do have some garage door buttons on the side, so if you've got your garage door, you can be able to access that from inside your car and not have to carry a fob. And then your buttons for your moonroof are going to be right here. One of my favorite things, whenever I'm driving a long time is having comfortable armrest. So, having 3 kids, traveling to visit family and whatnot, I like to be able to put my arms down and them not fall asleep. So having leather armrest next to me is a pretty nice feature. I can put my arms down. Steering wheel is exactly where I want it with the telescoping steering wheel. It's just a super comfortable ride, and I'm super excited to take it out on the road. First thing I notice as I'm driving is definitely going to be the sound of that engine. So the hybrid V6 with the electric assist gives you 437 horsepower and an incredible 583 foot-pounds of torque. So you got the TRD Sport suspension, which is pretty smooth so far. Being, slightly lifted with the TRD Pro suspension, the ride so far has been pretty quiet. So I've got it in sport mode. Light's about to turn green. I've got my foot on the brake. We're gonna give it a little bit of gas and see what she can do. Wow. That's incredible. Plenty of power, plenty of power. Very, very quiet, very minimal tire road noise. Being a TRD off-road suspension, I was thinking that the body roll would be a little bit more than what it is, but it's not. It's pretty firm. Definitely feel the grip going around the corners, which is a really good plus. If I purchased this, I would definitely put a custom exhaust, maybe do a cat delete. It's a small, silly thing, but the blinker noise isn't hideously annoying. Wow. Definitely a pretty high revving engine. You got your little gauges telling how much boost of the turbos you've got. This is definitely probably one of the smoothest driving trucks I've ever driven. You got great visibility. I've got my digital rearview mirror. You can deactivate it if you want with the flip of the switch underneath. So with that digital rearview mirror, you've got an incredible wide pan. The one thing that I don't like about this digital rearview mirror is that you don't get a really good close-up of the front of the cars. So once they disappear in that camera view, thankfully this guy didn't come up too close, but that's one of the downsides about having a digital rearview mirror, in my opinion. Going down the highway, you can definitely have a ton of great visibility of people coming up behind you. But of course, when I drive, no one's coming up from behind me because they can't catch me. So in terms of ride height, it doesn't feel too tall. That was one thing that I was worried about taking out a big truck. I'm more of a sports car kind of person. I don't normally drive big trucks, but this is actually very, very easy to drive. It's almost like driving sort of a large SUV. You've got a massive windshield. You can see the hood clearly in front of me. It doesn't dip down, so I can see all the way out. So I've got great visibility and clearance in terms of cars around me, or possibly terrain. If you're going up a hill or down a hill, you'd definitely be able to see that. So we're gonna get on the highway here and then see what kind of road noise we get as we're going up to highway speeds. Try and get a feel for passing people and merging. And give it the juice. Man. That's incredible. Pretty sure my wife would kill me if I brought this home. I've already brought one car home without asking her, and that did not go very well. Man, this is a fun truck to drive. We are in Mexico, so speed doesn't matter. Considering it's a truck, lifted, off-road tires, it is extremely quiet, in my opinion, from a number of other vehicles that I've driven. It's very comfortable. You can put it in our adaptive cruise. So once you turn the cruise on, you can adjust the speed. You can change the following distance, put our lane trace on, so you can see it there with the adaptive cruise. The car got in front of me and it hit the brakes for me. So this will actually, with the full dynamic range adaptive cruise, this will take it all the way down to 0. So you could set your cruise at 85, but if the car in front of you, going through traffic 0 to 30, it'll match their speed. If you do come to a complete stop, it'll probably ask you to touch the gas to resume. But once traffic speeds up or you're out of traffic, it'll take you back up to the speed that you've got posted. So my wife is definitely a truck girl. She's had an F-150, a number of F-150s. Right now we are driving a Kia Sorento. Moving up to a truck, I know there's probably some hesitation of, is this truck too big? Is it hard to stop? What's the driving difference between an SUV going into a truck? In terms of drivability, it's very easy to drive. In terms of visibility, it's very easy to see with all your cameras and your digital rearview mirror. Great visibility out of the back. So having a wife and 3 kids, one of the main reasons my wife likes to drive trucks is because she sits up higher. She has greater visibility. She feels a lot safer driving a truck. If you were in a collision, you'd definitely be a lot safer in a truck as far as crumple zone, because you got the bed in the back. So if you were in a rear end collision, if you've got kids in the car, definitely be pretty safe. You got the crew cab. 3 kids definitely would fit very well in the back. Practicality, I mean, I know you've got, with an SUV, it's going to be more of a hatch, but if you have a bed cover or if you have a top on, practicality-wise, I mean, it'd be pretty similar. You fit a lot more in the back of a truck than you can in an SUV. Greater towing capacity in a truck than you would in an SUV. So I know there was a lot of people who are upset that Toyota had to get rid of their V8 engines. This is a hybrid assist V6, so you get a ton more power, a ton more torque, and you actually get better gas mileage in the city with the hybrid assist. So if you're worried about having extra power, when you're actually just putting around the city, you actually get better gas mileage. So that's another plus about having the hybrid assist V6. I don't want to go too fast. I saw a cop around here somewhere. So we headed on the highway, now headed back towards the dealership. We're going to take it on some back roads. It is nice sitting up this high. You can see over and around your corner, even before you come into the corner, which is really nice. Coming from Texas into Tennessee, this is one thing that I really do like. You've got all the back roads. You got a ton of really cool scenic views. Even like we're in the city, and it's just like a couple minutes off the highway, and it feels like you're in the country already. Nice, quiet, easy ride. So you've got the off-road performance and capability, but you still get an on-road luxurious feel. So some people ask, what's the practicality of owning a TRD Pro truck? Can you daily drive it? Is it really meant for just off-roads on the weekends? Again, touching back on the hybrid V6 assist, you get better gas mileage just going through city stop and go traffic because of the battery hybrid assist. So if you're worried about the gas mileage, if you're worried about the ride quality, I would say just do it. I mean, it's super, super comfortable. It is pretty quiet considering, you do have a lift, you have got off-road tires. So yes, I definitely think you could do this as a daily driver. And, with the TRD Pro package, I mean, you've got some great eye candy going down the highway, down the street. So everybody will definitely notice it. You'll definitely have one of the coolest trucks on the market, and that's for sure. So when I'm looking at purchasing a vehicle, my main things, I've got to have premium sound. I've got to have ventilated seats. I've got to have moonroof. And this thing has all 3 of that and more. So with your 14-inch screen here, it comes with JBL powered audio. There are 12 speakers with the subwoofer. Nice little touch. You've got your Toyota lettering here on the dash. And being a new Toyota, purchasing from us over at Toyota of Cool Springs, you do get a lifetime powertrain. Toyota Care, you get 2 years of maintenance, and both of those are transferable to any Toyota nationwide. So as I'm driving, it's nice. I've got, the shifter here. It's kind of a hand rest. I've got a comfortable leather armrest. I've got my drive modes. You can change your drive modes here from 2 high, 4 low. So a cool thing about the 14-inch Toyota multimedia screen, you do have wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, so you do have both options. So when you're looking at the price tag of this truck, it does cost a pretty penny, but at the same time, it is the top dog. It is the top trim as far as Tundras go. As far as residual value, this vehicle will hold its value a lot more than one of the other models of the Tundras. So even compared to other brands in terms of trade-in, how much you're going to get for your trade-in, Toyotas definitely hold their value a lot better than a lot of other brands on the market. So whenever you are ready to trade in, you can get top dollar for sure. So with that 360 camera, I'm parking it back on the pad here at Toyota of Cool Springs. I've got great visibility, super easy to hop that curb. So this is a great TRD Pro feature. You've got your different camera views. So as you're going over terrain, you can see the rocks on the sides of you. You can activate your backup camera even while you're driving straight. Now these cameras are going to be your side mirrors pointed down and back. So activating this other off-road camera, you've got your pitch and your roll. Great visibility in the front, great visibility on the sides. You can change it to the back. If you had to back up, you'd be able to see perfectly clear on any rocks, any terrain, any dirt, any sand that you come across. So overall, my first impression, driving a TRD Pro Tundra is definitely a heck of a vehicle. I could definitely see myself owning one in the future, whether it be the Tundra or the Sequoia. Both of them come with that TRD Pro package. This one, again, is available here at Toyota of Cool Springs. So we do a lot of Toyota specific reviews on this channel. So if you're a Toyota fan like I am, subscribe to our channel. Check out our new car reviews, our used car reviews. So if you're here in the Nashville area, I hope to see you soon over here at Toyota of Cool Springs. Again, my name's Jordan, and we'll see you soon.